What's going on, world? I go by the name of CA Revolution, and this is the first episode of season 3 for React. To the season, please let me ask you this. Please like, comment, subscribe right now before we get into the content, so that way you don't forget and you can always get notifications when I put out new material. Today's episode, I want to talk about that versus this. That versus this is a concept that I thought about for something that's going on in my life right now, and that can represent so many different things. It can represent letdown, it can represent failure, it can represent a separation, it can represent hurt, it can represent doubt, fear, whatever your that is. That's what I'm talking about. That represents so many different things about what your journey has been up until this point. Let me talk about one of my that's. One of my that's currently is rejection. I am a realtor here in Florida, kind of putting myself out there. I put my resume out and a few different jobs hit. They really seem like they like what I had to offer. So, I call them, I do an interview. Interviews are phenomenal. I mean, these people are raving about how they think I will be an amazing fit for the company and telling me all these amazing things that makes me feel confident. Like, hey, I'm going to get this job, of course, because you guys love me. And for some reason, honestly, in my opinion, really dumb reasons, I don't get the job. And my that has been rejection because it makes me feel like I'm not good enough or I'm not qualified when I know that I am, or it makes me feel like a failure. It makes me feel like a letdown to not only myself, but also to my family, because, this is potentially another income producing opportunity that, takes away from myself and my household. So my that has been me feeling like a failure, me feeling rejected. And I know that that's not really who I am. That's not the essence of who I am. I'm not a failure. I'm not rejection. Those things, they happen to me, yet it still hurts for it to happen. In my journey of getting a big yes, there are a lot of no's, and it's the same for you. As you go through your journey, you're not always going to get yeses, and you're not always going to get yes on the first time. So I want you to understand that that is just what it is. But let me tell you what that does for you. That supports your frustration to transition you into change. When you think about that, it's something you can use as motivation. For me, I have taken opportunities now to slow things down, to really prioritize things, to set the record straight for myself mentally and spiritually and emotionally. And it puts me in a better position to receive something bigger, better, or simply something that's more fit for what my journey requires right now. Doesn't mean that I have to settle. Doesn't mean that I'm less than. It means that I need to also be open to other opportunities that exist. That is a wake-up call. It's helping me to not take for granted the things that I do have, the React series that I could be recording, the time that I do have with my family, the time that I have to spend on myself, to be more committed to things that I want to do and people that I want to impact. It's a wake-up call. That can be your wake-up call. And with all that being said, that was nothing but preparation for this. And this is what I want to talk about. This is the manifestation part of your journey, where you appreciate where you are so much, where you're grateful, where you look at opportunities where that could have taken you out and you say, you know what, all that was a buildup for me to dominate, for me to be the best version of myself, for me to be able to invest in myself and my family and my friend circle, for me to upgrade my own mental, for me to upgrade my own emotional. This is where you are in your process, where you're not taking no for an answer. You're not going to be defeated. You're not going to be let down. So all that was just preparation for this. This is where things get better. Not because things change dramatically, but because your mindset is shifting you. It's causing you to think differently. And I want to give you a few steps. I want to give you a few things to do as a takeaway to help you on your journey. And the first thing is this: stay away from the negativity. When you get something that's contrary to your big yes on a journey, a little bit of conflict in life, a lot of times it makes you want to back out. It makes you feel disqualified. It makes you feel like you're not worthy, or you're not capable, or you're something negative. But you got to stay away from the negativity. I found refuge and I found peace in a gym. Why? Because one, I'm going to see physical results and I'm happy with that. Two, it's going to help my endorphins. So even mentally and psychologically, that chemical reaction will cause a better balance for how I can deal with things. And it's going to just make me feel better as a person. That may not be your retreat. Yours may be something else. Yours may be volunteering. It may be community service, whatever it is. This is going to help you out. So that way in the future, it'll prepare you for, again, the best opportunity for you, which may not be what you originally were seeking, but it's still a better opportunity. So stay away from the negativity. Stay away from the dark thoughts in your mind. It was just recently stated to me that I have 2 ears, 1 mouth, and 1 brain. So that means that I'm supposed to do half as much thinking, half as much speaking, twice as much listening. So pay attention to what you're listening to, pay attention to who you're listening to, because that's ultimately going to gear what you think and what you say. Next, again, understand this. No is common on the journey to getting a yes. Every successful person will tell you that one of the reasons they became successful, even though it's subjective, but one of the reasons they became successful is because they had so many different failures along the way. Failure is still a part of the journey. And I said this in the last season. You are going to go through hard times. Doors are going to close in front of your face. People are going to tell you you're the best and treat you like the worst. Someone's going to let you down. You may get left behind or whatever it is, but that doesn't change anything. That doesn't change what you set your heart and your mind out to do. So I can't allow my rejections to define me, because I'm not my rejections. I'm not my failures. I'm not my insecurities unless I embrace that for who I am. I know I'm greater than that. I know that there's something else for me. There are opportunities for me that's better fit for me, even though, again, it may not align with what I originally set out for. But in the grand scheme of things, it always works out. Think about your life, what you've gone through, how many difficult trials and tribulations you've had to face. Guess what? You're not dead. Did you die? You're still here. So with that being said, you want to use the strength from your previous experiences to leverage you and to put you in this position. And the final thing is this. Be around people who support you. And let me pause right there to say this. You may not know these people right now. The people that support you may not be friends, may not be family, may not be spouse, may not be neighbors, may not be colleagues. These may be total, complete strangers that believe in you more than you believe in you. So find the people who are doing what you want to do. Figure out how they started. Figure out what worked for them. Figure out when they were in the slump that you may be in right now, or the slump that I've been in. Figure out how they got out of it and how they were able to go to the next level and do the next big thing. The next big thing is waiting for you. Your own breakthrough is tapping at your door. It's knocking at your door. It's trying to crawl in through the window. Your mental break for the better is literally waiting for you. There's a manifestation in this moment. This is going to be the next big thing in your life. Not the last thing, not the biggest thing, but it's going to be the next big thing for you in your life. You just have to stay the course. All of that, whatever that is, was preparation for this. And this is what I want you to appreciate. Have gratitude, have a vision, have a plan, and let's succeed together. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, change the background. We upgraded the room. We made it a little more comfortable. We're going to get cozy this season. We're going to talk about a lot of personal things this season. So make sure you comment. Tell me what you want to hear in this next season. I want to be transparent. I want to be more vulnerable with you. And I want to bring you into my journey. When I was just telling you about the jobs and stuff, I'm not saying that because I found my next $1 million job. No, I'm saying that because there's an opportunity that I've been rejected from a few times and it hurts. And I don't want to hide that pain from you. I want you to understand that I'm not saying this stuff to you as if I got it all together. I'm saying this stuff to you because me, you, and the rest of the world, we're going to progressively grow together. And it's all about putting one foot in front of the other and growing together. So make sure, again, you like, you subscribe, you share this, you tag someone in it, you mention someone in it, you give it to someone who you think needs it. As a matter of fact, give it to people that you don't even think need it. Just put it on their desk, put it in their ears just in case, because everyone can use some extra motivation. Another episode of React. Thank you. Peace. In elevation, everybody don't go up. Nah. I ain't gonna count it against you. You was holding me down. Forgiveness, nothing new to